Welcome back. In this lesson we will be doing some additional security tweaks in order to strengthen your own cloud server security. First we go to admin section and look for security and setup warnings at the top of the page. All the important security problems will be shown in red text here. As you can see, we almost certainly will have this error here, saying that we're accessing this site via HTTP. It recommends us to configure our server to require using HTTPS instead. The problem is that using OwnCloud without using an encrypted HTTPS connection opens up your server to a man-in-the-middle attacks and to the risks of interception of your data and passwords. And it is highly recommended to always use HTTPS on production servers and to never allow unencrypted HTTP connections. First, we will redirect all the traffic to HTTPS. We will have to issue a permanent redirect using the 301 status code. When using Apache, this can be achieved by settings such as the following in the Apache Virtual Host configuration. So let's go to Apache Virtual Hosts configuration and do the changes needed. So we go to etc. httpd, then we change directory to sites available. And as you can see, my virtual host is called test.alexgrabeshkov.com. We open it to edit with Nano. Let's just copy the file name. Here we add the permanent redirect line. We just need to change domain name. And we also add the configuration block for secured connection with port 443. Note that you can use the sample configuration file from the additional materials to this lecture. And then we just restart the Apache. And now when I reload the page, you see that I end up with an error. It's because I don't have the SSL module. What we want to do is to install the mod SSL. To do it, we use this command. The next thing we need to do is to create a new certificate. So we create the directory for the certificate and we use OpenSSL command to generate the new certificate. Okay, we will need to give some details about our server. You're free to fill or leave empty these details. The next thing you may want to do is to change the default SSL website configuration file. It refers to the default web page which is displayed when no virtual hosts are configured. But we have the virtual host configured and we have the secure website for this host configured as well. So we will just go close this configuration file, leave it by default as for now, and just restart the Apache. So now when we refresh the browser, we get not the error that website is not found, but the error that our connection is not secure. That is because the certificate is self-issued. We issued the certificate for ourselves, for our server, and browser thinks, not without a reason, that we could fake this certificate. But for our personal usage, this certificate is totally okay, because you can see the details you've entered when we generated it. You can obviously decide that this is your server you're connecting to, and what is even more important, that your connection is now encrypted. The connection between your device, your browser or your mobile browser, and your server is encrypted. So as you can see, we have the default web page, HTTPS web page here. Now to get our own cloud server show up here, when I open our virtual host configuration file once more, and we will add the document root here, as well as for the non-secure website. We also add the port number here, and we add 2 lines that point our web server to the certificate file and to the key file. Okay, now we restart the Apache. It restarted without errors, and now let's go to our browser and refresh the page. Okay, after we agree that this certificate is okay, we have our own cloud web interface loaded. Great, and our connection is now encrypted and secure. Again, this sample configuration file will be available for you in the additional materials.